she's such a stupid cluck. And look, I'm an Aussie. That is not the C word I want to use, okay? But I'm a little too Australian for YouTube, I think. Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clucker has some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into the video. Not this time, Nuggets. This time, this mother clucker is clucking ticked. Okay, so here's something you need to know about me. Every animal, whether it is my own animal, neighbors' animals, wild animals, anything in my sphere of influence, I ensure is treated with the respect and the kindness that a sentient being deserves. The reason for this is that I know that there is a lot of cruelty in the world, and this is my little way of evening it out. I am on a lifelong journey towards creating a rescue farm where animals can live out their happy, sassiest lives and chickens reign supreme. The reason why I am disbanding my own disclaimer for this video is because this is absolutely crossing a line for me. It is one thing to live your life as an adult and make bad decisions that lead you into ridiculous situations and become such a cautionary tale that we can all learn from. But this in particular is absolutely unacceptable. I debated whether or not I would actually do this video because it isn't going to be a behavioral analysis, but I couldn't let it go. I needed to have my voice out there. Okay, so let's hear what Ms. Reed has to say.
Hey guys, so I really did not want to make this video, and I'm only making it because people have found out and it's already on a reaction channel. But yes, my cat Rarity is missing.
Okay, so first absolutely ridiculous thing about this, people thought it was a troll. Everybody thought that missing poster when they saw it was completely fake. And just like in your last video, you coming forward to discuss it completely validates the whole situation. No one would have taken it seriously, and now because of this validation, it has directly impeded the search for Rarity.
I have done nothing but cry. It happened 2 nights ago, and I put full blame on myself.
So you've done nothing but cry. I do believe she's upset, and I do, of course, completely understand that this is a very upsetting situation, regardless of what I think about your pet care. But what are you doing to find her?
Because there's a yard, and that's where I let the dogs out to go to the bathroom, and it's through like a glass door, and I've just had a lot on my mind with everything that's been going on. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I've just been going through a lot, and I wasn't thinking, and I left the glass door open just like, I don't know, like this much. And I'm telling you, when I noticed, it was like 20 minutes later, but it literally just takes a second. And Rarity is like one of the most adventurous cats, the most loving. And just like when I lived in Kentucky, actually, I would sometimes let her go onto the porch because we had like a gate, and she would just roll around in the dirt. Like, she just loved it for some reason. And
okay, so we're a minute in, and already she's blamed the reaction channels for putting a lot on her mind. She's blamed the cat for being adventurous and loving the outdoors. And look, I'm not coming down on her for leaving the door open. I'm sure that all of us that have had animals in our lives, you know, there's been moments where we haven't been that absolutely perfect carer for them. Mistakes happen, I get it. But where the absolute negligence comes from in this, and I think where most people are so irate, is what have you done to preempt danger? What have you done to correct it? Why is there no collar? Why is there no chip? And you've moved them to this unfamiliar place and then not adjusting them correctly to their new environment. These are the things that I think are worthy coming down on Amber for.
like, she just wanted to venture out. I know she just wanted to see. Like, I don't know where the fuck she is, and it's been just like literally sorry.
See, here's the thing about cats, and I guess to a lesser extent dogs, although we are talking about a geriatric chihuahua. I can actually speak from personal experience here. There is a process to moving them, let alone moving them and then integrating them into a household that has existing pets. This process is really well documented online. You can literally just Google it, and probably the first thing that pops up is going to give you a walkthrough. But depending on the situation, this process can actually take, well, like a minimum of 2 weeks if you're moving them into a house with no existing pets, but up to a couple of months if you're going to integrate properly. And the process is little bit by little bit to get them acclimated so that they understand their environment. They know the smells, they know the sounds, they don't feel the need to run off if they're let outside. And the thing is, this poor cat has no concept of how far she is from home, and she's probably just trying to get home. The reality is that some cats, I know not all, but some cats are even put into a state of anxiety just by putting new furniture in a room because they're so territorial and they need such stability in their environment that any change can be interpreted as a threat. And I have no doubt to a slightly lesser extent, but Chihuahuas are known to be very anxious dogs. And they're very tiny, and you've got one that's getting on in years, and Twinkie needs to be having exceptions made for her as well. This is a dog that has not been well socialized because there's a process for that as well, and I just cannot see Amberlynn going down to, puppy preschool and then dog parks and, getting Twinkie nice and socialized. So poor Twinkie is now in this house as well that has absolutely no basis for knowing how to deal with another dog, a big dog too, as well as another cat. Pets are not an accessory. They are sentient beings, little souls that you are responsible. They come first every single time, and you do whatever it takes to look after them and to get them back. If you aren't in a position to do what needs doing to care for them, then you shouldn't have them. It's just as simple as that. They're not there for you. You are there for them.
Tommy has helped so much. I just feel so defeated, and Tommy has made online posters and put it on different websites and went outside, and we've been yelling her name, and it's been fucking torture, literally.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is posters went up online, you went outside the house and called her name, you put up cameras around your house. What I'm not hearing is that you're walking the streets for hours. And look, I get it. Amberlynn cannot walk for hours, but find a way, hire a rascal, do whatever you need to do to get mobility to be able to go out on those streets and call that cat's name. The only owner that she has ever known, that person needs to be out there looking for her. Knocking on doors and letting all the neighbors know that this cat is missing and what she looks like, going to all the animal shelters. And if you run out of ideas, Google things that can be done. And you are on rinse and repeat for the foreseeable future because she is your responsibility. I have been in the really fortunate position to never have a pet run off. I would like to think because of all the precautions that I put in place to stop them from encountering danger like this. But I have had neighbors. I've gone out walking all through the night looking for a neighbor's dog that had run off because the poor boy is scared of thunder. I have spent ages out in a really bad cyclonic storm looking for a different neighbor's chicken. I will always do what it takes. These are not even my pets, but Amberlynn is not even doing the bare minimum for her cat.
Because you guys know Rarity is my fucking world. And I know a lot of you.
Oh, she's your clucking world. Well, better sit around and cry online then. You had one job. You're not doing your YouTube job, so literally all you have to do is look after those animals. You even mentioned that in a past video, but you didn't even do that.
Hate me and have whatever you want to say about me, but Rarity was my literal life.
Does anyone else think it's weird that we're talking in past tense? Why are we in past tense? I know this is not always an indicator, but that's sus to me. Really sus.
And you guys know how much she loved me too, and it's just fucking... it's just been fucking hell. It's all I can think about is is she okay? Where is she? Is she cold? And it's raining outside. I know a lot of you care about my pets too, and it's if you're not hearing anything, then that's a good thing. Like, everything is good. And like, she loved it here, and like, her and Tommy were so sweet. Like, Rarity would like sleep on top of her, and like, they would play like like and it's like, Rarity genuinely loved it here, and all the cats got along, and it's like, she went outside because
There is a little bit of proof there. I also found a little bit of proof in one of her very early videos in Wisconsin. She's talking about them all getting along, but really she hasn't been there long enough to have completed the full set of steps that needs to be done to acclimate her animals to this house. And bearing in mind as well that we don't actually know, is she on holiday or has she moved there? If she's just on holiday, then she's doing this to these animals, and then she's going to move back home and they're going to have to acclimate there all over again. This is such insane amounts of anxiety to put these animals through. It is absurd. I'm mad. I am really mad.
she's adventurous. She just wanted to see, and now I'm afraid, like, what if something bad happened to her? I can't help but like think like the worst, but I just want her back, you know? And I was trying to go through this privately. I don't know.
Trying to get through this privately, it should have stayed private. It never should have come online. What are you doing?
I just felt really freaking like just defeated. There's just a lot. And I just miss her. I just felt like if a reaction channel made a video about Rarity missing and I come on here and don't say anything, like, it'll just make me look fucking stupid, but I'm also like embarrassed and I'm ashamed, and
No. Okay, first of all, who cares what reaction channels are thinking? Second of all, this is making you look stupid. If you hadn't have acknowledged it, everybody would have just thought it was a stupid joke. No rational person would think or care to come online and cry hysterically during a time of crisis like this. Who cares what everybody thinks right now? You do everything you can to get your cat back and then deal with the fallout.
I know it's my fault. But I would never do anything to put any of my animals in harm's way.
I would never do anything to put my animals in harm's way. Okay, let's see. Improper upkeep and medical care. Forcing them into a car for 19 hours that you said they only used to go to the vet, implying that they're not used to it, causing anxiety. Moving them to a stranger's home with existing pets, causing anxiety. Not following proper protocol to acclimate, causing anxiety. Not having them chipped or collared, causing risk if they get out. These are just a handful of recent things, but we know full well that there are much more egregious things in your past. Negligence is putting them in harm's way. Amber, you're in your mid-30s. This is not good enough. You are caring more about how you appear than the welfare of your animals. Animals come first, always.
I've had them all for 8 years around the same time. I got all 3 of my fur babies within the same year span, and they've been with me through so much. Like, they're my world. And without her, it just feels like a huge piece of me is just missing. And I just don't know what else to do. And Tommy, like, without her and the situation, like, I would feel lost. I would feel even more lost than I already do. And we're both hurting. Fucking Tommy loved her too. Like, it's just so sad.
Oh, for Cluck's sake, can we not do the Tommy propaganda during this? The woman got over the love of her life within 2 months. I think she will recover from your lost cat.
Like, I just want her back, you know? It's just one thing after another, and I don't know how much more my actual heart can take at this point, but please, you guys, I know people hate when I say it because I'm agnostic, but like, pray, like, please. And like positive thoughts. And
I'm sorry. Does she want us to pray to a God that she doesn't believe exists? What? Oh my god.
Just like all of any positive sort of like anything, please. And like we already, like, Tommy already has like cameras like outside of her house, like security cameras, but we've now also put them in places where like Rarity could be. Like, I don't know. And I have the app on my phone, so I keep checking like over and over. Like, is she just like walking by? Is she out?
Amber, sitting on an app looking at cameras that are sitting outside your house is not enough. Get off your butt and get out there and call her name. She needs to hear your voice. Anyway, I'm gonna just let this trail off. She continues to cry for a while and nothing else more happens. Now, in the next video she put out, we know that somebody made a Twinkie poster, a missing Twinkie poster, and I think that is absolutely appalling. Whoever did that is disgusting. It's not harming Amber, it's harming the search for Rarity, because of course now we know that one of the sites that she was using has just decided to pull everything. So that's horrible. But on the upside, she did confirm that Twinkie is with her. I legitimately thought, this is how I thought it was going to play out. I thought that they got there and an unsocialized dog met Tommy's dog and it didn't go well. And then the mother took Twinkie back with her. But, you know, at least she's okay, I guess. I don't know. I think all we can say here is that I hope Rarity has found some good people who have just taken her in and now she can live her best life out there. But the problem with not having even a collar on an inside pet is that if they do get out, you know, can you imagine being on the street and seeing a cat looking lost and you check it's got its collar? That's one thing, but if you check and it's got no collar, you're viewing it in a different way. All of a sudden, it's not a beloved pet, it's a stray. And I just think the levels of ignorance here are through the roof. I just cannot. I have no words. I think I've covered everything I wanted to here. It was a little bit of a brain dump. As you can see, I'm quite passionate about this particular topic. I just... She's such a stupid cluck. And look, I'm an Aussie. That is not the C word I want to use, okay? But I'm a little too Australian for YouTube, I think. All right, that's all the clucks I have left to give today. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time. Thoughts for Rarity.
Hey! Hey! I'm gonna go watch another video. Let's go!